Hello everyone. I'm going to show you all how to do the rubber handle sleeve for the button maker. If you look, here's the tools we're going to be using for sketches. Construction line is an important one. These are when you make the feature. The 3D feature tools we're going to use are right here. So ultimately, we're going to use the revolve function to create a rubber handle sleeve. And remember, the revolve is basically extruding in a revolution or circle rather than straight line extrusions. So we're going to create a sketch. I know I said according to the dimension drawing above, but we're really going to use the one below. That was my mistake. We're going to create this sketch. Couple of things. Include a line to represent the axis of revolution. And there's a toggle for construction lines and construction switch when we start a sketch. And I'll show you all where that is in Fusion. So ultimately what we're going to do is this. This is the first sketch. I've already given you the missing measurements, right? What I'm going to do at first is draw this object at roughly that correct size, but it doesn't matter. So let's go to Fusion and get started. I need to, first we have a new file. I'm going to create a sketch in the XY in the front face plane. I'm going to use the line tool. And I'm just going to roughly lay out the shape like I know that it is. I know it's almost 4 something inches long, so notice that I'm not getting exact measurements, but I do see when it's highlighted that I'm roughly 4 point something inches. So there we go. I'm going to hit escape, and that's going to back me out to kind of my home tool, which is just the mouse pointer. I'm also going to look over here at the sketch palette, right? And this line type. And if you don't see this open and close button right here will do it for you. I'm going to turn on the construction line, and I'm going to start another line. And for now, I'm just going to draw it up here. Hit escape. Notice that I've done it way above, and that's just going to help me in a little bit. Now that we've done that, we need to put some measurements on this thing. So let's go back to our instructions. We see 0.156 and 4.469 here. So I'm going to go ahead and do those two. Sketch dimension. I want this blue line to be 0.156. And I want this very bottom one. And if I do click just once, it's going to do the entire line to be 4.469. Now that doesn't finish it. We've got these missing ones. Used to be I would make y'all figure them out, but we have enough to do that I'm just giving to you. So from left to right is, this is 0.094, 0.688, 0.25. 0.094. This is the 0.688. And this one's the 0.25. Couple things to note as well is that this 0.094 is the distance between the top line of this little jut out and the construction line. You can see that because that's where our extension lines are. So how we're going to do that is we're going to have our dimension tool still selected. We'll zoom in, and we're going to select our blue line again. And now we're going to click the blue line, and then we're going to click the construction line. That distance is 0.094. I know from here to here, this is the 0.688. And our final dimension, it looks a little weird, but we've got to do this side, remember. This side dimension, clicked on that line and pulled it out, is 0.25. So there we go. I'm going to hit escape. And that is the base sketch. So we're going to finish our sketch. Next, the instructions tell us to revolve the sketch a full 360 degrees. So if you want to watch how we do that, we're going to use the Revolve tool. Profile, it's already selected our profile, but if you have more than one thing that can be revolved, usually this is the first thing you're going to have to click is select profile. The axis is what do we want it to revolve around? And that is what our construction line is for. So we click that. We've selected our profile. And now if you look, we have our handle. There's other options that you can change here as you want to, but we're not worried about those for now. So it should look like this. It's a rubber handle. Let's look at our final instruction. The fillets for this part are going to be applied as placed features once the revolve is completed. So we're going to round the outside edges by using a 3D feature fillet. It says the dimensioned isometric for the value. So let's go up here. If you see our radius of 0.25, that is the fillet that we're applying. So we're going to come here for a fillet. We're going to select this edge and this edge. We want both of them. The radius value, as we can see in here, is 0.25. Radius type constant. We got two edges, a 0.25 fillet. We've selected them. We're not worried about the rest of this. We're going to hit OK. And there is the rubber handle. If you screenshot this, you can turn it into the assignment.